Wanted to do a wrap up after this rather dynamic day. I'm very pleased the day is over. It wasn't that bad a day. I mean, when the day started, I thought it would be pretty apocalyptic because I was entirely short and the before market data looked really awful. Definitely a losing day for me, but very modestly. And just kind of a sigh of relief because I hate these Fed days. There's 8 of them a year, and we've just done with our 4th one. So we're halfway through the year now, and of course we get a nice, 6-week or so break before these clowns prance onto the stage again. Before you is the RTY, and it kind of shows neatly what the course of the day was like. There was this just mind-blowing rally that took place on the heels of the completely laughably fake 0% inflation report. Just bald-faced lie. Inflation measures price change. Every price I pay for everything has been exploding higher for years. The notion that 0% is an absolute risible, ridiculous, farcical lie. And, a year from now when they revise everything and they show inflation was like 12% and not 0%, then we can all have a good laugh over it, but it's just a joke. But people bought the joke, and based on the notion of no inflation, 0% month-over-month CPI change, we had an explosive rally. So we had this huge lurch higher, and it continued to feed on itself, and it peaked about an hour into the trading day, and because God is merciful, it started to fade after that. The RTY is a rather dramatic example of that. The NQ didn't fade anything like that. And I stay far, far away from tech by and large. I do have my AMD puts. I also got some SMH puts today, which I'm kind of on the fence about. We'll see if they survive Thursday or not. But as you can see, NQ had a huge move up, over 300 points, new lifetime high, and closed right near the highs of the day. ES is kind of in the middle as far as the RTY and the NQ go. Strong day, up 50 points, faded a little off of its peak, but on the whole retained the big move. But I think a really good example of just the kind of horror that I am glad to have survived is shown in XLU. This is my biggest position, and as you can see from pre-opening, it was just sky high. And thank sweet baby Jesus, the moment the market opened, it was just a free fall. And we closed pretty near the lows of the day, and incredibly, actually ended down about 2/3%. So, just a big old phew on my part. Another example of that sigh of relief is my other big ETF position, which is XLE, which likewise opened just really, really high, fell, and farted around and then fell some more. And so basically, the end of the day took some damage, took some losses, but not too bad. The one I got the hell out of straight away was ITB. This one was a big loss. The options position I probably took like a 20-25% bath on. So that was most of the day's damage. And if I just sort of put my little hands on my hips and stood fast, it wouldn't have been quite as bad, but still bad. I didn't want to stick around for that one. Volatility got down to the 11 handle again, just pathetic, absolutely pathetic. There's no fear. There's nothing but just bullish fervor, and no surprise either. I mean, you look at the likes of Apple, you look at the likes of Oracle. They're just incredibly strong. Gold did rally early, but that pretty much faded away. As I've said over and over and over again, I would love to gobble up gold like a big old gold-eaten pig if it gets mashed down to the 2100-ish type range. It's still lofty now, but I think if we do get, I don't think it'll ever be under 2000 again, ever. But if we get to 2100 or so, I would just be delighted to gobble up the stuff. I already own a bunch of gold, but I'd love to have more. And so that's how I feel about that. Anyway, I'll just wrap things up here. I'll keep this short. I closed the day with, I think, 9 It's either 8 or 9 positions. I think it's 9. All of them bearish. I will say, in contrast to this, as I did in an earlier post, I do have another new account in which I'm tiptoeing my way into long positions, but not, it's not like, okay, well, fine, I'll buy NVIDIA. No. I'm buying some kind of odd positions, but they still are long, and relatively small size, but we'll see. But the principal portfolio is entirely short, and as I say, very pleased that this day is behind us, because these Fed days are nasty, and it was double nasty because typically the only thing worse than a Fed day is a CPI day, and we got them both in the span of a few hours. So massive sigh of relief. Tomorrow should be a little more relaxing, I think. That's it.